Welcome to the Build EXITO Scholar application process for 2020. We are excited that you are interested in becoming an EXITO Scholar. My name is Arjun, and I'm a Communication Assistant with Build EXITO and a Build EXITO alumni from Cohort 1.
My name is Becky, and I'm a Project Manager with Build EXITO, and I'm also a social work researcher. So first, we're going to start off with a brief overview of the EXITO program and provide an introduction to the application process. Our application opens on Monday, January 6th, 2020, and it closes at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday, February 26th.
As you may know, Build EXITO is an undergraduate research training program funded by the National Institutes of Health, or the NIH. EXITO is looking for students who are interested in pursuing careers in health-related fields. That includes biomedical, behavioral, like psychology, sociology, or social work, clinical, health, or bioengineering sciences. There are many majors scholars can choose, and a complete list can be found on our website at www.pdx.edu/EXITO. We're looking for students who are really interested in science and research careers, and who are curious and excited to learn more about graduate education following their bachelor's degree. The primary university for Build EXITO is Portland State University, or PSU, working in partnership with Oregon Health and Science University, or OHSU. This opportunity is available for students at PSU and our partner institutions, which include Clackamas Community College, Clark College, Portland Community College, American Samoa Community College, Northern Marianas College, University of Alaska Anchorage, and the University of Guam. EXITO's ultimate goal is to prepare our scholars for future research careers so they can advance our collective knowledge to improve the health of our communities and address health disparities. Build EXITO creates a successful pathway to a research career by providing supported science education, hands-on research experiences, career development workshops, and dedicated advising and mentoring. If you're not sure that you're interested in research, consider this. Have you ever had an experience where you were curious about something? You had questions about it. You did some work to collect information about it, and then you considered what that information might mean? That is research. Now let's talk a little bit more about program eligibility.
To be eligible, scholars must be enrolled at a Build EXITO institution at the time of application and plan to attend an EXITO institution in fall of 2020. Eligible scholars are U.S. citizens, permanent residents, or non-citizen nationals. Eligible scholars have completed at least 1 year of undergraduate coursework at a community college or a university by the end of spring 2020 or by the fall of 2020. You must have 3 years remaining in your undergraduate degree program by the end of spring 2020. For example, applicants will not graduate prior to winter 2023 if on the quarter system, or spring 2023 if on the semester system. You must be enrolled full-time, 12 credits, at a Build EXITO consortium institution in spring of 2020 and fall of 2020. You also need to have an overall GPA of a 2.5 or higher. If you have below a 2.5 GPA and you would still like to apply, please note within your essay questions why you're still a strong candidate. This year, Build EXITO has a new 2-phase application process. People who have applied in the past might be surprised by this change. You are currently applying to join Phase 1 of the EXITO program. During the first phase of the program, scholars may receive 1 year of support and services, including EXITO's Summer Research Academy, career development sessions, the Gateway to Research course, academic advising, introductions to research opportunities, faculty and peer mentoring, and connections to other campus resources. Phase 2 of the program is contingent upon application and admission, and may include up to 2 years of formal research training and financial assistance. Please note that scholars are expected to stay at the institution they are accepted into for the first year of the program. Program acceptance does not transfer to other EXITO institutions, so please make sure that you apply to the school you will be enrolled at for fall 2020 to spring 2021. This means if you are transferring to PSU in fall 2020, please apply to the PSU program. If you plan on staying at your current institution for the first year, please apply to your current institution for Phase 1. Remember, the program is designed to support students at a specific place on their pathway to a research career, and so it's very important that scholars ensure they have at least 3 years left to degree completion, which is a graduation date no sooner than winter 2023. If you're not sure how many years that you have left until graduation, please connect with an academic advisor at your school. A complete application means that 1. You have filled out each field in the application to the best of your ability, and 2. Within the application you have uploaded your most recent, unofficial college transcript, which you can usually get on your student dashboard at your institution. Make sure that your graduation date is on this transcript. Please note that transcripts will be accepted until Wednesday, March 4th at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. It is most helpful if you can submit these transcripts with your completed application. These next videos will walk you through the different parts of the application to make sure that you have everything that you need to submit it successfully. Again, our application opens on Monday, January 6th, 2020, and closes on February 26th, 2020 at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. Best of luck, and thank you again for your interest in the Build EXITO program.
In this section, we will talk about the application process, which starts with the eligibility screen. You will need to complete the eligibility screening first before you can access the full Build EXITO application. The eligibility screening for EXITO ensures that you meet the basic criteria for the Build EXITO program. If you are eligible, you will be given the chance to proceed to the full application. Remember, to be eligible, scholars must be enrolled at a Build EXITO institution at the time of application and plan to attend an EXITO institution in fall 2020. Eligible scholars are U.S. citizens, permanent residents, or non-citizen nationals. Eligible scholars have completed at least 1 year of undergraduate coursework at a community college or university by the end of spring 2020 or by the fall of 2020. Eligible scholars have 3 years remaining in their undergraduate degree program by the end of spring 2020. For example, applicants will not graduate prior to winter 2023 if on the quarter system or spring 2023 on the semester system. Eligible scholars are enrolled full-time, 12 credits, at a Build EXITO Consortium institution in spring 2020 and fall 2020 terms. Eligible scholars have an overall GPA of 2.5 or higher. If you have below a 2.5 GPA and would like to apply, please note within your essay questions why you are still a strong candidate. When you finish the eligibility screening, the text will say, "Congratulations, application submitted." Please note this is only the first step. Once you've received this message, you must return to your home page in the application system to see the link to access the full application. If you get a message saying you are not eligible, you will have an opportunity to contact someone at your institution to find out why, especially if you think you might be eligible.
Here are some things to keep in mind. Once you're through the eligibility screening, a full application will be available on your applicant homepage. You can start the application whenever you're ready, and make sure to use the Save Progress button as you navigate to another page of the application. You do not have to complete the application in one sitting. If you want to complete it at a later date, make sure to click Save and log out. When you click on the full application and log in, some of the demographic and personal information that you've completed during the eligibility screening will be transferred automatically. However, there will be a few new additional fields that you need to complete. Please fill out each field to the best of your ability. If an answer is required, you will see a red asterisk just after the question. The first section of the application is a series of questions about your personal history and background. Specific demographics are not required to be a part of Build EXITO. Anyone is welcome to apply and can be accepted into the program. However, we ask these questions because we want to know as much as possible about our prospective scholars as we make decisions about who will end up in our next cohort. We welcome students of color, students with disabilities, students with lived experience in foster care, and other students from diverse backgrounds and experiences to apply. We appreciate your willingness to share this personal information with us, and you can be assured that it is kept confidential. Please let us know if there's anything that we can do to assist you in putting forth your best application.
This segment of the video addresses the 2 short open-ended questions and the essay question. Your answers in this section help us get to know you and gain a better understanding of your past experiences and your interests going forward. The application will time out after 45 minutes without use, so if you feel you will need more time than 45 minutes to complete these questions, you can log out, complete your answers in MS Word, Google Doc, or any other similar word processor, then log back into the system and copy and paste your answers in the field below each question. Important, please note that if you do time out, your information will not be saved unless you have been periodically saving using the Save Progress button. If writing short answer and essay responses is intimidating or you're not quite sure where to start, keep in mind that there are no right answers to these questions. Some tips as you're brainstorming and outlining. Are there contributions that you might make to addressing health issues in your community or promoting health equity? So thinking about your unique perspective, what might you bring to the table to really help impact change concerning those things you are passionate about? Are there health issues in your family, for example, or in your community that have contributed to your passion to pursue this educational and career pathway? Think through other ways you might be able to contribute to and support diversity within the program. What we care about most is seeing your passion for solving problems and your connection to pursuing a health research pathway. The first questions are the short answer questions, limited to 150 words for each question. Here's the first one. 1. Describe one experience that has made you interested in pursuing a career in research, science, or health. You may discuss a time when you pursued an answer to a question you're curious about, or an experience in a class, lab, summer camp, or observing and collecting data in nature, etc. Limit answer to 150 words. Here's a tip. Have you had an experience where you were curious about something? You had questions about it. You did some work to collect information about it, and then you considered what that information might mean? For example, is there a health-related topic that you've heard about, read about in the news, or found out about in a class? Or do you think a lot about health of people where you live? You can think locally or globally. 2. What are your academic and career goals beyond an undergraduate degree? Please include details about your interest in a biomedical, behavioral, social science, clinical, bioengineering, or health research career, and how your participation in Build EXITO might support this pursuit. Limit answer to 150 words. Here's a tip. We hope to learn about your current educational and career goals and learn more about the issues and problems you are really passionate about and how you imagine you could address them in your future life and career. We recognize that what you envision today as your academic and career goals could shift over time as you become more aware of different opportunities. This is normal and expected. Be sure to include details on how you believe this program can support you in achieving your goals. Also remember, there are many different types of research careers, and there are many different types of degree pathways.
Now we'll move on to the essay question. The tips we mentioned a few minutes ago would apply here as well, so feel free to go back and review those before writing your response. This essay question should not exceed 300 words. Build EXITO brings together individuals from diverse backgrounds interested in health, science, and research. How have your unique or diverse life experiences fueled your interest in health, science, or research? Remember that the NIH-funded project, Build EXITO, engages individuals from diverse backgrounds as they pursue research careers in biomedical, behavioral, social science, clinical, bioengineering, or health. Another tip to answer this question. We're really interested in how your unique or diverse life experiences are connected to your interest in health, science, or research. We'd also like to know how your perspective contributes to the diversity within the Build EXITO program, and how this is connected to your career and academic goals. In this essay, let us know if you are a student who represents one or more of the following NIH-defined backgrounds. These include underrepresented minorities, students from foster care, students with rural experience, inner city students, students with disabilities, low-income students, or first-generation college students. It's also important to note that being a student from any particular background is not required to be eligible as an EXITO scholar. If you are working on your short answer and essay questions, or any part of the application, and you find you need more assistance, we will have one-on-one application assistance in January and February 2020. Once you start the application, we will email you the link to book with one of our staff members to help you via phone or in person.
This segment is going to introduce you to transcript uploads. We need your unofficial transcript, which is usually available through your online student services portal at your institution. If you are at PSU, you can get your unofficial transcript by logging into Bandwidth and going to Student Services. Click Student Records and then find View Unofficial Academic Transcript. At this point, you can hit Ctrl-P or whatever you select to print a document, and then open the file in a PDF viewer. Your computer may also have an option for you to print as a PDF. You can select this and save the document on your desktop. The document you upload must be in PDF format. If students from other institutions have questions about obtaining unofficial transcripts, please contact your school administration or transcripts department, or check student records on your student portal. We recommend that you get a copy of your unofficial transcript early on and attach it to your application well before you plan to submit. Sometimes transcripts can be tricky, and we don't want you to get tripped up by a delay in getting a copy of your unofficial transcript. Once you've filled out the entire application and uploaded your transcripts, you are almost done. Please note that the application will tell you if you missed any questions or sections. When you get to the last screen, the application will show a stop sign and a message that says, "Wait, you are not done yet." Scroll down and go to "Click here to modify your answers." That will take you straight to the sections of the application that need your attention.
Applications are due on February 26th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, regardless of your time zone. This means that applications are due at the following times for these locations, and you will not be able to access the application after these. Alaska, February 26th at 11 a.m. American Samoa, February 26th at 9 a.m. Guam, February 27th at 6 a.m. and the Northern Marianas Islands, February 27th at 6 a.m. When you are ready, you will click to submit your online application. Don't forget to upload your unofficial transcript as part of the application before you hit submit. Within a few weeks, finalists will be contacted for a short phone interview, and please be sure to provide us with correct contact information within your application so that we can reach you by phone. Applicants will be notified of acceptance by early April and about their status in the program. We would like to wish you the best of luck in applying for the Build EXITO program, and we look forward to reviewing your application.